So deal, people. It's the boy Dwayne McClain TV, back again, the Wrinkly T, here to give you guys the Kobe Bryant breakdown tonight. You know what I'm saying? Still a big topic. First, I want to give a shout out to. I'm gonna do a few shout outs while people come in. It's still gonna get uploaded tomorrow. Do a shout out to. Let me get shout out to my boy Ty Garner. He's been a day one since day one. Shouts out to him. Shouts out to my boy OG Scotty B. I gotta turn off the chat. Let me hide the chats. I gotta hide the chat so I can stay focused. We gotta lock in on this, y'all. We gotta lock in. We got a lot of information to cover tonight. A lot of people been hitting me up on this topic. A lot of people been talking a lot of junk to me. You know what I'm saying? But let me get back to my shout outs because I gotta go in. I got a lot of stuff to talk about. I gotta hit a lot of points. I'm gonna go in like 25, 30 minutes and then I'm gonna answer y'all questions. All right? Probably not even that long. Shouts out to my boy Ty Garner. Shouts out to my boy OG Scotty B. Those guys been holding me down since the beginning. Shouts out to Still Face Off 85, Might Drop Podcast, Word You to Do, The Girl Film. She always supporting me on I think I said her name right. She always supporting me on Instagram. Is Williams, Dannon _ yogurt. I don't know why his name is. Jay Morris, the one, Dad Master, Briston Rousey, David Lohan, Fuego Rodriguez. Shout out to the new sub. And shouts out to the ladies that's coming in. All right, if I missed your name, I'm sorry. I'll get you in the next video. And so next, I'm going to get to again. I'm sorry that y'all's favorite celeb has died. I see y'all in the title of the video, Stop Worshiping Celebrities. I'm sorry that y'all favorite celeb died, and I understand a lot of people are still upset about this situation. But I don't think I'm hearing about is Kobe and his daughter. I'm not hearing about nobody speak about the other family on that plane. You know what I'm saying? On that helicopter. And I'm not hearing nobody even mourn about that or even care about. All they talking about is the same subject, the same situation. There was 5 of the people that happened on that. You know, there was 6 of the people, 7 that was on that flight as well that lost their lives, and nobody seems to be talking about it. Why? Because you're programmed to care about certain things and certain items. All right, and I call this the cat dog syndrome. All right, what I mean by the cat dog syndrome, you say you can see a cat get slaughtered or something, you're going to feel some type of way about it. But go eat a chicken. They kill 1 billion chickens a day, 1 billion pigs a day, and 1 billion cows, and not one tear gets dropped. You might have an uncle out there that goes hunting and kills deer, bring the deer home. Not one tear gets dropped. But as soon as a dog get hit by a car, you feel some way about it because your whole life, dog has been man's best friend. So you've been psychologically to feel a certain way about this dog. The same thing with the celebrities. We feel a certain attachment to these celebrities, even though we never met them. Yeah, I don't feel this attachment. Y'all feel this attachment. Not saying people who watch it, but other people. They feel a certain attachment to these celebrities, even though you never met them, you never spoke to them, you never had anything to do with them, you never even shook their hand. But as soon as something happened to them, you feel like it hit you right there. And this is the reason. I also want to say this is the reason why when a celebrity dies, it's time. Somebody wrote me and said, so why is it when a celebrity dies, it's a conspiracy, but when a Joe Blow dies, it's not? Celebrities have a lot of power. A whole lot of power. You see how when Kobe died, it is affecting so many people. Y'all feeling it right here. You got people crying about it. You got people upset about it. That's influence. They can shape and move society. They are part of social engineering. They are pawns in the game. They are also in listening to this game. So they already swore in and became part of this game. So if you're looking at it that way, of course, when they get taken out, it has to have an effect and push their agenda. So of course they're going to have these celebrities when they go that is conspiracy behind them. And then I also want to point out this right here. If you want to come to me and say, well, why is when celebrities die conspiracy, but not when some of the real average Joe Blow dies? I want to say this right here. Why they all die in strange deaths? I wrote a few of the deaths down. Let me see if I can find them. Deaths. I know I'm country. I say deaths. Y'all be coming in talking junk. Oh, let me make a pause real quick, man. Hey, that weirdo who somehow you found my phone number, man, you was weird, man. I don't know who the heck you are, but y'all, if y'all find my phone number, do not call me, man. I'm about to get my number changed. I don't know what's wrong with y'all, man. And y'all coming in here telling me to be careful and stuff. Oh, you need to be careful. You talking about the elites. The elites, they might shut you up. Y'all, I ain't worried about none of that. The only thing I'm worried about is goddamn getting this child support paid. That's all I'm worried about. Keeping these bills paid. I ain't worried about that. Even though y'all will tell y'all this, that black van didn't pull up on the other day. I was at a stoplight and this black van just boom put up beside me. And I look over, these 2 white dudes look like Asian Smith, no cap with the shades. And they're looking over at me and I look over at them and look back straight and I look back over, the van gone. And I told my homeboy about it. He said they point you out, but I ain't worried about that stuff, y'all. Only time you really got to be worried about doing this stuff right here is when you about to get somebody indicted or jail time. It's like when Kevin Spacey. Hope y'all keeping up with that, man. See, this is the stuff I be talking about, man. Y'all be calling me crazy, but seem like when Kevin Spacey got on, people started dying when he about to start going to jail. Y'all notice that? But y'all want to say, oh, they just miraculously died, but oh, we crazy. The only time we really got to worry about doing this woke stuff is when you about to send somebody to jail. Like, I want y'all to look up Max Spears, Victor Thorne. They was doing some big stuff. They got knocked off. But back to what I was saying about the whole celebrity conspiracy. All right, so we're going to go through a few celebrities' deaths, and we're going to see if they make sense. All right, Michael Jackson died of an overdose. He was up on a bunch of meds. Somebody that rich, that talented, high, and then he kept having rumors saying, hey, people wanted to kill him. All right, Heath Ledger died of an overdose. Heath Ledger, right before he died, he did a movie where he had the pyramid on his head with the eye on his chest. He was in a very Illuminati-type movie, died. And then the Olsen twins said, hey, we want 100% immunity if we want to testify on this case. Why you want 100% immunity? Okay, David Carradine, the guy who got killed in Thailand trying to hang himself, the Crouching Tiger, the Kill Bill guy, the list. He was basically trying to indulge into some sexual activities and hung himself, and he died. Philip Seymour Hoffman, what's his dude name? Randy Quaid is talking about the star whackers, how these people are, there's people out in Hollywood whacking stars, and Randy Quaid and his wife is on the run right now. Look this up, this is real. They're on the run right now. I think Randy Quaid locked up, or was it, I know he's Dennis Quaid's brother, but he talked about these star whackers and how people in Hollywood is getting knocked off. So Philip Seymour Hoffman was probably one of them, and so if we keep going down the line, these celebrities don't die normally, all right? And it's always on crazy. If you add their deaths up, I guarantee you it's going to come out to 11, 13, 6, 3, and I guarantee you I can bet money. I done added all these deaths up. They all come up to that. All right, Juice WRLD. That's another one that threw a red flag. All right, who does that? Who's on the plane with that many drugs and said, hey, let me swallow all these drugs and let me, because I don't want to go to jail. That doesn't make no sense. That makes no sense. But y'all want to sit there and say, well, they're dead, man. Let the dead live, man. Come on. This is the reason why artificial intelligence is going to take over. This is the reason why they're going to be transhumanism. Y'all know that they they got humans growing in cows. Y'all know that they growing humans and cloning. Y'all know that stuff real. And this is the reason why that stuff is going to happen. This is the reason why artificial intelligence is going to happen. This is the reason why the New World Order is going to happen, because people like y'all don't want to ask any questions. Y'all don't want to let stuff slide. Now, I ain't got to say you believe this stuff. I don't believe most of this stuff. I just question it. I'm questioning it. You know what I'm saying? I can't say I don't believe. I do believe most of it. But I question it. At least question it. Y'all don't even want to put no questions up. At least ask questions. I don't want to meet her. Just ask questions, man. That's all I'm telling y'all. Just ask questions. All right? Because this stuff don't make no sense. Who would be on a plane, take that many pills, and then die? Prince died of an overdose. Prince is like a very educated person, very smart man. Well, how'd he get into fentanyl? Look at all these overdoses we looking at. Whitney Houston, overdose, found in a bathtub. Bobby Christina, before she went in her coma, drunk in a bathtub, high on cocaine. This stuff is not making sense. It's not making sense. But y'all want to tell me, why is when a celebrity dies conspiracy? Look at it, how they dying. Marilyn Monroe, right before she about to talk about the Kennedys, overdose on pills. All right. So we got to start worshiping these celebrities, man. And you know what I'm saying? That's a thing right there, man. Y'all got to stop feeling the connection to these people. Y'all don't know them. They don't care about you. And then people, I also want to hit on this topic right here. People was talking about, well, why did he kill his daughter? Y'all, they killed 7 other people in that helicopter crash. They killed 7 other people. So let me tell you what we're dealing with. We are dealing with individuals who are cold-blooded, heartless, don't care about nothing, will knock your whole family off, and they don't care. These elites don't care about nothing. They just want power. Y'all, we blew up a whole entire country with a nuke. Hiroshima happened. There's people right now in Africa getting slaughtered. Where are y'all tears at? Y'all need to keep that same energy. The same energy y'all keeping for Kobe Bryant right now, keep that same energy. I feel bad for everybody on the crash. I'm tired of people dying, for one. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of this stuff we going through on this planet. I'm tired of all this daggone negative energy everywhere. I'm just tired of it. Why does this stuff keep on happening? Because I don't want to answer. Y'all don't even want to ask questions. Y'all just let it happen. Y'all just let it happen. I'm just tired of it, man. But this right here is just getting out of hand with all this stuff going on, and it's just boggling my mind, man. Let me move on, man, because that junk got me heated. All right, so when a celebrity dies, I hit that. Yes, there are all pawns in the game. Oh yeah, they all pawns in the games, double down societies. Let me see. Let me answer some questions real quick. I noticed some people are asking. Can't say the ones that don't want to listen. If it don't phase me no more. Yeah, it's going to get worse. Yeah, Paul Walker crash. That's another one I want to hit on. His crash is very suspect, and we all do need to live in a more peaceful life, man. LeBron getting his 4th ring. People saying that. Somebody said Kobe Bryant barbecuing that helicopter. If you think about it, who was the person recording the crash? Oh, that crash that was recorded, that was a fake recording. That was a fake recording, man. That was a fake recording. All right, so let's move on to it, man. Let's move on to the thing. All right, I already hit on cat dog syndrome. Oh yeah, let me let y'all know this, man. All them celebrities down with them boys, man. They all down with them. Every last single one of them down with them. They all into the know. They all know. They all down with them boys. So stop trying to say, oh, who is this? They all down with them boys, man. They all Illuminati. Y'all just got to get over it, man. All right, so we got to hit on celebrity worship. Stop worshiping y'all celebrities, man. These celebrities, they don't know y'all. All right, one of the biggest ones I want to touch on is Nipsey. When Nipsey passed, that was the biggest celebrity worship I ever seen in my life. People was getting Nipsey Hussle tattoos, Nipsey haircuts, blasting him. I never even heard this man music ever till he passed. Perfect example of complete brainwashing, and y'all following trends. Stop. Ain't nothing wrong with mourning some deaths, but like I said, keep that same energy. People are dying all over the world, and we are dealing with some sick, twisted individuals who don't care. These elites are sending out viruses everywhere. Didn't a plane crash just come down in Malaysia or something? Not Malaysia. They shot like in Iran or something, shot a plane. Everybody died. Where was y'all tears at? Where was y'all tears? Oh, because they didn't shoot a basketball goal. They didn't shoot a basketball. They didn't take pictures on Instagram. You didn't care about them. See how that is? Y'all need to keep that same energy for all that. I feel bad for all of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't know him personally, so I ain't even about to be on that. But I want y'all to know this. Did y'all know that the NBA was made by a Freemason? Yeah, go look him up. What's his name? James Naismith. Go look him up. The NBA was created by a Freemason. The NFL, created by Freemasons. Y'all think this is coincidental, man? The ball going into the hole, that's like the halo, the sun, all that stuff. Come on, man. This stuff is not, it's not a game. I want y'all to understand this stuff is not a game. They love the numbers. Somebody was asking me, why it's always got to be about the numbers? Because I did a breakdown of Kobe Bryant. And let me tell y'all something. I wasn't clout chasing. I'm like, oh, you just clout chasing, man. No, I'm just doing my job as the weird conspiracy dude. All right, I'm the hood Illuminati man. This is my job. This is what I'm supposed to do. I'm here to point out stuff that y'all not going to see. Who else are known about the 13? I looked through plenty of Illuminati videos a day. I ain't seen not one person bringing that number 13 yet. And it's very prominent throughout the entire case. His death, his daughter's age, the fight of the plane, all that. And somebody said, what about the numbers, man? What's so important about these numbers? These satanic occultists believe in numbers. They believe that's the key to the universe. I got a quote here from W. Wynn Westcott. He was part of the Golden Dawn. Y'all need to look up the Golden Dawn. All right, when you get done watching this live, go search the Golden Dawn. Go search up Thelema. Go search Aleister Crowley. Go search Madame Blavatsky. I think that's her name. Go look them people up. I'm going to say it again. The Golden Dawn, Thelema, Aleister Crowley, Madame Blavatsky. Go look them up. W. Wynn Westcott is part of them boys. A lot of these Masonic elites, they take their teachings from the Golden Dawn. Aleister Crowley, a big-time Satanist, gives a lot of his ideologies, and people use a lot of his ideologies today. That's why he's such a big, prominent figure in Hollywood. You see people wanting to do what thou wilt. And these elites, that's what they believe. Do what thou wilt. They're going to do whatever they want, no matter what. So we talking about the numbers here when I was pointing out the number 13 yesterday and how it's important to them. All right. So this is what W. Wynn Westcott said. He was a very influential occultist. He was part of the Golden Dawn. All right. This is what he said. Numbers are a key to the ancient views of cosmogony. I don't know how to say that word. And its broad sense, spiritually as well as physically, considered to the evolution of the present human race. All the systems of religion, mysticism are based upon numerals. Hold on, is it? I don't know. Numerals. The sacredness of the numbers begins with the great first cause, the one, and ends only with the thought zero, symbols of the infinite and boundless universe. All right. So Satanists believe that a carefully planned event must be carried out according to the numbers, or it may not be successful. All right. I know I messed that up, but y'all, my handwriting is very ugly. I don't know if I can look. I got the worst handwriting. I wrote with this very fancy pen, so I can barely read it. But basically, in a nutshell, is these Satanists, these satanic occultist people, do stuff by the numbers. All right. They plan out these events by the numbers. Things have to happen on certain days where they feel like the energy won't be right. All right. You yourself have a number. All right. I want you to add up your birthday. You have your number, numerology. My number is number 3. December 26, 1990. You add that up, you get the number 3. All right. You read on the number 3, it's kind of like your life number. It's almost like your hidden zodiac, your extra zodiac sign. So they do stuff by the numbers. Certain days have energies. Certain numbers have energies. Somebody pointed out that Dwayne McClain TV is 13 numbers. Didn't know that till they pointed it out. And that might be a reason why it can happen to attract some Dwayne McClain. That's why it might sound like that. You know what I'm saying? Everything has a number. There's powers in all these numbers. I got to understand that. That's why certain things are named a certain way. That's why certain things are done a certain way. I also want y'all to go look up sacred architecture, where they use numbers and they build these the Vatican is something that's sacredly built, and they use certain measurements, and these certain numbers bring in certain energies. All right, this stuff is real, man. They do a lot, and that's what these people believe in. So that's why when these celebrities die, they die on certain days to give out certain energies. Look how many people are mourning right now about Kobe. Look at all this other stuff happening right now about Kobe. And look at the money. All right, y'all, I want y'all to follow the paper trail too. I don't know if y'all knew this, but he had a lawsuit going on. Look this up. He had a lawsuit going on with a pharmaceutical company over the Black Mamba name. And in that they basically was about to go to trial. They're about to go to trial probably a few months from now. They wanted to name something with the Black Mamba. He said, no, I'm not having it. Big Pharma don't play. These medical companies do not play. All right. Also, if you look at what I just wrote it down. I put Better Off Dead. Capital Fund goes from 100 million to 2 billion overnight. Look at all the money that's generated from this dude, man. And like I said, I understand he's your hero. I understand all this stuff happens, but it all happens for a reason. And this was strategically planned out by them. And somebody was, who was that dude I was watching? Oh, that girl room was dirty. Who was that? Joey Stone, I think that's his name on Instagram. He said that some things happen. Bad things happen to some people. Y'all need to stop being weird and being disrespectful. Am I being disrespectful? This is very disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? But he is a Luciferian, and it is what it is, and it's my job to do this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, somebody got to do it. I ain't seen nobody talk about this. I can tell people really like Kobe because none of the conspiracy theorists is talking about this stuff. Rude clips. Matter of fact, let me get to some questions, man. I'm sorry about that, y'all. I think I'm done. Right? I think I hit every topic that I want to talk on. Let me answer some questions. Talk. Get a life. Okay, that's the first one I seen. I ain't got no life, man. You see where I live at, man? Come on, man. I ain't got no hoes right now. Just a man. Sorry about his kid, though. Yeah, people die every day, B. Didn't know Kobe know he was going to get killed, bro? I don't think they ever know. They like to surprise him. Troy, keep it real. You about to be blocked. How you block these people? I want to block. How you do that? You just hold it. Hey, man, forget it. He can stay in. Let him hate. Illuminati, Luminary. Shout out to my boy Tycoon B. He's another supporter. Usually good general people embody the sun. The moon brings pain and misery. Big pharma serial killers. Hey, man, them pharmaceutical companies ain't playing, bro. For real. Them people is not playing. Look up Gematria Effect Sports. I need to look that up. Age 26 were sacrificed like Janis Joplin and Kurt Cobain. Those are some other ones. Those are the part of the 27 Club supposed to be. Pastor G. Craig Lewis. The way people idolize celebrities, they can easily come back as the Antichrist. People in Calabasas are saying they heard booming sounds before the crash. What's your opinion? My opinion on that, man, like I said, boy, there's always going to be some questions, some red flags. Like, bro, this dude flew his helicopter every day. All right. If it had engine issues, I'll hop out the helicopter. I ain't gonna lie. I'll take my chances falling. You know what I'm saying? If my stuff start falling out, I'll hop out, soon before it get to the ground. I mean, you a few broken bones, but it ain't an explosion, you know. Like I really think it had to do with something. Like I said, they got drones that can pop you from a mile away. Damn, I missed the stuff about Kobe. Do you think this stuff is planned years before? Yes. Yes. This stuff is I really do think this stuff is planned years before. I think they got, like I said, y'all, they got the next 30 years planned out, man. We dealing with some very, very strategic, smart individuals. They got quantum computers. They got all this stuff, man. I'm telling you, they was doing cloning in the 60s and 70s, man. Think about where that's at now. You know what I'm saying? Like, how y'all think they got the next 10 cell phones planned out? Y'all seen the BMW, they're going to drop them in like 2025. I remember I seen the first prototype for the 2015 Mustang. I think that's got a new model in like 2009. Like, they planned this stuff out for years. Pastor Craig Lewis is good. Do you agree? I got to look up Pastor Craig Lewis. There they got a cell soul. Fate, that's the Catholic stage character we know, but the actual physical being goes underground to never be seen again, like MJ or Tupac. I still think Tupac alive, honestly. I mean, hand signs. Yeah, I don't know who this dude Troy. Keep it real, man. I'm telling you, he must be a Kobe fan. Ain't nothing, like I said, he mourning, man, and people don't like people talking like this, saying, "Oh man, it's Illuminati and stuff." Because people are tired of hearing it. I understand people are tired of hearing about celebrities and stuff, but let me tell you what I'm tired of hearing. I'm tired of speaking the truth. And individuals are writing me saying, "Oh, you're gonna get murked off." If you know somebody speaks the truth and they have the chance of getting murked off, then what makes you think we shouldn't be questioned about this other stuff? If somebody can speak the truth or just say stuff about this situation and have their life threatened, but I'm not supposed to talk about like a celebrity getting murdered or conspiracy behind that when I know that they strategically do this stuff? Come on, man, this is crazy. They killed XXX tonight. Yeah, they did. They got rid of him. He knew he was going to die too. The truth behind hip hop is bad. But if I knew how to block people, I don't know how to do it. Hold up. Yeah, man, remove him, man. That dude is lame. Hold up. Put the user in timeout. You can do that. That is funny. Hold up. Put it together. That is 13 all day. No doubt the fall was still, but why wouldn't they check the humidity? Like I said, I don't get. You can fly into some fog and just blow up. Come on, man, that's just crazy. Let me scroll down to some news. Hope I ain't wake my neighbors up talking all loud. Good job, very thorough job. 666 isn't bad. 666 isn't bad. There's a lot of, I'm gonna say this on that. There's a lot of things that isn't bad, but it's made bad by the wrong people. All right, so I actually was going to do I want to do like a little short book. It's going to be called Poor Little 666. It's going to be like a party, right? Well, number one is having a birthday party, right? And number two is like in charge of the list. So he has this big party. He invites all the numbers. Like 1 million is this tall dude, and like 1 billion is this fat dude. Like all the circles, like they're gonna be drawn out like characters. And 666 comes to the door, and they like, "Yo, you can't come in, man." He like, "I'm just a number, man." He like, "Nah, you can't come in." So they send 666 out, and he has to go. He has to go hang out with like loser numbers, like 38 and fucking, some lame ass numbers and shit. So like, I just want y'all to know it is just a number. But like, I want to tell y'all this: the power of the human mind and the power of the human tongue is very, very powerful. If we can get a bunch of people to believe in one thing, that one thing ends up becoming real. So if I'm gonna give you, I call it the Freddy Krueger effect. Y'all ever seen Freddy versus Jason? When people wasn't speaking about Freddy, he lost his powers. But as soon as people started talking about Freddy, he got his powers back. We have the same power as a group of individuals. That's why we need to get on a positive page. That's why we need to stop hating each other. This is why we need to start talking positive to each other. And this is why we need to start changing up this stuff and using our minds, our words. Stop with all this other stuff, because they putting this 5G out here to make us dumber. It's pumping out these electric waves to fuck up our brain, to mess up our brain waves. And now we can't think properly. We can't move properly. So they keep pumping out this bad food. They pumping out all this stuff because they know if we ever started thinking positive together on the same note, because y'all look, we all electrical. All right. there was a when I took electrical trades class in high school, they did a project where the teacher would make us all hold hands, and he would get like a battery or something, and he would touch it, and we would all feel the jolt. That right there, we all have electrical current and within us, so we can all connect to each other, but we can't get on the same frequency. This is why we need to start doing better with ourselves, man, because they know that we can speak stuff into existence. So 666 is just a number, man. It's really just a number, but they put stuff in our head, they put stuff in our minds, and they make it to what it is today. Because it's really just a number. If you're rejected by this world, consider that a compliment. Yeah, the frequency like radios. What do you think is going to happen in the next round with this whole world? Man, it's going to be going the same, man. You see how stuff is happening in front of us, and we don't even notice it's happening. And the next 5 years is going to continue to keep happening like that, but it's going to happen in front of us because our lives are going to get busier. Stuff's going to keep happening. That's why these years are flying by so quick. Have y'all not noticed that? For me, the last 5 years flew by because they putting so much stuff in front of us every month. Look at January. Look how many events we had in January. The bombing in Iran, Kobe dying, coronavirus, so much stuff is happening just in the month of January. And it's going to happen like that continually. So in the next 5 years, crazy stuff going to be happening. They're going to slowly, gradually bring into this new age of artificial intelligence, transhumanism. Y'all get prepared for that because we already in that age. Look at what we own. We already can't live without our phones. What if we start making it okay with putting an idea in our head? That's why I said they're going to start planting ideas in your head to where you are connected with the phone. And now you cool with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what's going to keep happening. But in the next 5 years, I just say, man, y'all live your life positive. Start breaking away from this stuff. Start reading more. Putting more stuff in your bodies. Enjoying your families. Exercise. We got with this stuff in the radio waves and stuff, that's something we can't escape. I want to say put our phones down, but we all know it's going to be, I have my phone in my hand damn near 24/7, but in the next 5 years, I really want everybody watching this just to live positive, keep this negative stuff out your way, love your family, stay focused, read, take care of yourself. The Bible isn't literal, bro. See, here's the thing, how I look at the Bible, man. I look at the Bible. I don't believe in the stories. I don't want to upset nobody. I know I got a lot of Christians that watch me. You can believe that I don't believe in the stories, but I do take the wisdom from it. There's a lot of good wisdom, especially in the book of Matthew when Jesus is saying, don't be worrying about this person. When they got a twig in there, but you got a log in yours. That's wisdom, man. There's a lot of good wisdom in there. Read that and don't get so caught up in, is this their real name? Is that their real name? Like, who's that? Zaria Jenkins, the Bible's written over 1,000 times. Facts. Read it, but take the good out of it and go about your day. That's all I can tell you. It's deeper than true. What is 5G? 5G is like 5G, excuse me. It's basically like the new cell phone waves, but it's pumped up. It's more powerful. And since it's so powerful, it's going to start sending out more waves. And like I got a few videos on my phone where I catch them building around my town. They build these towers overnight. And people, it can give you cancer. It can make your baby come out with deficiencies. And like I said, they want a weaker society so they can start bringing this stuff. A sick, weak, dumbed down society to start implementing more of these stuff, more of these items, before it's dependent on the government. Do you think he was running or trying to avoid something? Because it seemed like he rushed the helicopter trip. They said bad weather, and they went anyway. Kobe was a man of his kids, man. I think they pretty much strategically planned this stuff out. I want y'all to understand this, man. The elites control the weather. I don't know if y'all know that or not. I don't know if y'all didn't know they didn't control the weather. They can make earthquakes, tornadoes. I want y'all to start paying attention to this. All right? Look how cloudy it is in the wintertime. Even in the summer, look how cloudy these days are. Look how very rare we see the sun. Y'all know the sun gives us vitamin D, makes us puts us in better moods. Like, remember what I said earlier? Positivity. We all need to be positive. They want to keep you down. So the sun's getting covered up more and more and more. These chemtrails, they putting stuff in the sky and stuff. I want y'all to start paying attention to that. They're covering the sun up for a reason. Well, you made me talk about that. I'll be just getting off topic. What makes you not believe in this story? The Bible's 100% fact, bro. You gotta do your research. Man, y'all can't explain to me Noah's Ark, man. You can't explain that to me, make that make sense. So, um, God spoke to you. You went out and built a boat that probably took you 50 years to make. You know how big and massive that boat has to be to hold elephants, giraffes? Where'd he keep them at? Think about all the doo-doo that was on that boat. Bunches of piles of doo. You're on that thing for 40 days or 40 nights. Where was the doo-doo going? And how'd you feed all the animals? Were they baby animals? Like, I'm telling you, man, if you can explain Noah's Ark to me and make it make sense, I'll believe every story in the Bible. But that story makes zero sense. I understand people, oh, they found the boat, found a huge boat. But he said he had 2 of every animal on the planet. Do you know how big that boat has to be? Like I said, man, the flood was local. Oh, okay, so it's a local flood. That makes sense. Am I vegan? Transitioning, but I still like to eat my protein. I'm trying to get big, trying to get back in shape, so I need my protein and stuff. Vegan is a very hard thing to pull up. This is part of the problem. We are trying to renounce the Bible, but how's the Bible fulfilling things? We will see that when it's all said and done. I like that quote, man. I like that quote. Like I said, man, start focus on what the Bible is and what it's not and pull out the good. I tell y'all, stop worrying about if Jesus was real or not. Look at what he meant. Y'all all be on, well, Jesus wasn't real. He was black. He was white. Yo, nobody talks about what he meant. He just wanted you to do right. That's why I try to tell y'all, man, stop. Y'all be on the wrong, y'all be thinking about the wrong stuff. I said, man, they program your brain to think about the wrong. They want to keep an argument going. They gotta have you. That's probably why they put all that stuff in the Bible to keep you arguing. Just do right. That's all it is. Have some morals, man, for real. I can, but matter for the day. Yeah, I noticed that too. Kobe number 24 plus 2 was 26. I noticed that too. The Bible is just for mind control. It is. It is, because there's a lot of things in there, especially, here's the scripture that turned me from the Bible. I was at church one day, and the pastor said something about, if you a slave, obey your master and forgive your master. Once I read that, I'm like, I know they read this back to the slaves back in the day, and slaves ate this up. And when you mess with somebody's brain and tell them they're going to go to hell for not thinking like that, that's what made me not look at the Bible the same. Because I like I said, y'all, pick out, it's almost like when you eating grapes or something. There'll be some bad grapes in there, throw them out and eat the good ones. It's the same thing with the Bible, man. Same thing with any religion. Buddhism, I done studied them all. Buddhism, Quran, all of them. Pick out what you want and put away the bad, all right? Man, I can't ask you to explain exactly what or who the Illuminati occult is. In a nutshell, the Illuminati and the occult is a bunch of individuals who practice black magic and all types of satanic witchcraft to control the world, and they like to do stuff in special events to bring in one world government. That's basically all in a nutshell. It's a bunch of lazy individuals who hate everybody, who wants to kill everything and everybody around them. So that's basically it. They want to control, and they think they're higher and better than everybody. All right. Let me see if I missed somebody. All right. They're trying to keep us down cold. God is not a man that he should lie. I don't know what that means. Roster Crip, no, I'm not a vegan. I need to go vegan, though. I know I feel better. Kobe Illuminati, Mara Martinez. Yeah, Kobe was Illuminati. Go to Chronicle of Judas page, y'all. Chronicle of Judah is like, you got Dwayne McClain TV right here. Chronicle of Judah's up here. All right, Dwayne McClain TV. I ain't saying y'all don't fuck my channel now. I ain't saying that. What I'm saying is, go check out some of his information. He got some good information. He got a lot of time on his hands. Whole lot of time. And he's very patient. And he breaks it down to you so perfect. Go to Chronicle of Judah's page. Just search his Chronicle of Judah, Kobe. Just search that on your YouTube. Chronicle of Judah, Kobe. He will break down the fact that Kobe is a Luciferian, how Kobe moves, all the other stuff. But yeah, Kobe Illuminati. All them guys Illuminati. Shaq, Kobe, LeBron, Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing. All them dudes is Illuminati, man. All of them. Noah's Ark's a DNA bank. Praying for you, God is supernatural. It's his world. Facts. Okay. You ever watch Geostorm? Oh, man, I'm glad you brought that up. Shouts out to my boy Aaron T. Okay. Geostorm had Gerard Butler in it, and it was a box office bomb. All right. But Geostorm, like I tell people all the time, they put stuff in movies and cartoons. So when people like me start talking about it, we look retarded. They're gonna say, man, that was in a movie. Get out of here, man. That was in a movie, man. That's not real. We're gonna look crazy because it was in a movie. So this movie that bombed in the box office, Geostorm, was about how they can control the weather. All right. And they put this stuff in movies. They put this dead in your face. They be like, here. They put it dead in your face like that right there. Here. It's like, hey, it's like this right here. Hey, I want a cracker, right? They put this right here dead in your face. And they be like, but they'll disguise it. They just put this right here in front of it, right? And I'm like, all right, where the cracker at? No, I think it's stupid. But anyways, that's stupid as I don't know. But they put the stuff dead in your face, and we just sit here just ignore it. Because if it's in a movie, it's make-believe. It's make-believe it's in a movie. But yeah, Geostorm was a movie that was really slept on. It told a lot of truths. These people are not playing with us, y'all. These people are really not. We just pay their bills. Go watch the movie The Matrix. It explains everything. It explains everything. Sad his daughter went. It's sad all them people went. It's sad there's kids over there. It's sad that there's a child right now, a group of little girls right now getting trafficked. That is terrible. You know what I'm saying? It's very terrible. We gotta, like I said, y'all, we all have to learn. We gotta be like Michael Clark Duncan from the Green Mile. Remember, he could feel the pain of everybody in the world. We gotta start being like that. We just can't pick and choose what we want to feel bad about. We got to feel bad about all of it. Don't feel bad about it. You honestly, you can mourn a little bit about, your favorite celeb, but also put out the fact that, dang, there's people out there going through way worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel bad that his daughter, I feel bad about all of them. Messiah Webb, explain Kobe. Okay. We're going to go through this again with the Kobe situation. For my dude, Messiah Webb. Wow, a young, mature man enough to recognize a grown man should not be asking for autographs and wearing the same name of other men on their backs. Facts. Spirit cooking was done on Kobe, no pun intended. H2O water and Messiah Webb. Explain Kobe. All right, what happened to Kobe Bryant? He was basically sacrificed for the Illuminati for, from my knowledge, a 13 ritual, the number 13 ritual. The number 13 is very important to him because it is divine perfection. 6 and 7 makes 13. 6 is the number of man. 7 is the number of divine. Put it together, you have divine perfection. All right. Kobe Bryant's flight was 76, 13. LeBron just passed his record. He played the 76ers. That was 13. If you add up Kobe Bryant's death date, January 26, 2020, you get the number 13. His daughter was 13. I think, am I missing another 13? So they strategically killed him to shake up the year, put some sadness in people's heart, push people away, show us that we still worship celebrities. Because if he would have died and people went on about their day, they wouldn't have been on the social media rant. They wouldn't know what to do with themselves. They'd be like, oh my God, it's not working. As long as they can remind us that, hey, we still got control over y'all, it is what it is. Like, hey, we still can control y'all. Y'all still gonna worship celebrities. And it's all about social engineering. Kobe Bryant had a big lawsuit against a pharmaceutical company about the Black Mamba name. They got tired of fighting it. They probably wanted to sell that, so they probably had him knocked off with the government. His capital fund also went from 100 million to 2 billion, worth more dead than you are alive. Storylines for the NBA. Perfect timing to start the year off. I was a Kobe fan. Actually, funny story about me, man. When I was in elementary school, I had this nappy afro, and I cut my afro same time Kobe cut his, and I was Kobe for a short week. But that's the Kobe. To me, I feel like it was a number 13 ritual because the occult loved the number 13. Like I said, it's divine perfection. Like I told y'all earlier in my at the very beginning of the video, the elites are all Satanists. All Satanists. They're all Luciferians. All the people that run the world are all Satanists. All right? Just accept it, y'all. I know it sounds crazy. I know y'all want to think positive and stuff, but this world, and the Bible will tell you that the world is ran by the devil. They don't mean by a literal dude with horns. They mean by it's ruled by a bunch of sick individuals who just want power. They're greedy. So Satanists believe that a carefully planned event must be carried out according to the numbers or it may not be successful. All right. So when this stuff happens, it brings out a certain thing for us. If you follow Chronicle of Judas page, he will break down a lot of this stuff. When that little boy got killed in last year on Valentine's Day, it was something like a sacrifice to Cupid. You know, they be sacrificing stuff to gods. I don't know what god Kobe got sacrificed to, but he got sacrificed to a god. I gotta look that up. But that's the whole Kobe breakdown in a nutshell. He was a spirit, the devil was a spirit, he was a Lucifer was cast out in heaven. Okay. The Queen of England sacrificed her children. The Queen of England is a reptile. She's a lizard. Go look at Arizona Wilder. Queen Elizabeth is a reptile. She's a lizard. I wish Lamar Jackson was in that helicopter instead of Kobe. Oh, that's mean as hell to say. God damn, what you hate about Lamar Jackson? You seen the SNL skit on Jeffrey Epstein? No, I did not. Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. See how they do stuff? See, I'm telling y'all, they do stuff and they laugh at us. They do, like, they killed that dude and they just laughed at us. Roster Crip, WGN. What you mean by she is not? Fulio said he's going to die this year. Who is Fulio? TAS, the American system, showed a cartoon of President Trump years before he was president. Remember Obama was preaching NWO. Man, they all been preaching NWO. George W. Bush daddy got on the TV and said, the New World Order. They've been talking about this stuff for years. Has 2 unsolved murders on the 13th of February. A little girl's brutal murders. Research Delphi. I will look that up and write that down. Delphi. So you just repent every time? Hold up, who said that? When they going to knock off Trump? I don't think Trump gonna get knocked off. I don't gonna lie to y'all. I don't think Trump gonna get knocked off. And if he do, man, that's gonna shake up the world, man. Like I tell y'all, they gotta have these events to shake this stuff up, man. It's a game. It's a movie. They gotta have these events. They got to, because what do you think about clones? Man, they've been cloning people since the 80s. They got clones. They can download your memory and upload it. You probably been cloned, you don't even know it. I might be cloned, I don't know it. You know what I'm saying? Gucci Mane was a clone. They got clones. They are putting humans, they are mixing humans and animals together. Have y'all not seen these images of like animals with human faces and stuff? Y'all know where that stuff comes from? Them animals just ain't born happening that way. These cows been happening billions of years. They happen to have a pig with a human face. That stuff is real. Nobody is cloned. King J shows. All right, my boy King J. All right, you can believe that. I want you to, you can believe what you want to believe. I'm sure you're a grown man. I'm sure you're a young man. You might be old. I don't know you. But I want you to look into cloning, my dude. It's real. Go look up Young Pharaoh. He break down cloning pretty well. If people fake deaths, where do they go? Y'all, we got a lot of earth that has not been found. We got a lot of islands out there. I don't know if y'all believe in the flat earth, but I do. There's lands across the ice wall that we haven't found or even touched. They might go there. Hollow earth. There's an entire city that lives right up under us, and we don't even know nothing about it. An entire city. So yeah, check that out. Check out that. They might go there. But there's plenty of untouched land that we ain't found. Reptilians aren't real either. That's like King J, man. I'm telling you, bro. Go look. All right, King J, go look up the Mayans when they had that stuff on their walls of the lizards. Go look at the Egyptians with the hieroglyphics. Every story around the world has some type of story about these reptiles that came and influenced us. Demons are real. There is such thing as evil spirits. That is true. There is such thing as evil spirits, and there is such thing as reptile. King J, I want you to look up the reptiles. You ain't got to believe it. Just look into it, and you can come up with your own conclusion. I can't tell you what to think, all right, my dude? But I do think that the reptiles. You believe in Jesus Christ? More power to you, my dude. All right, Project High Jump. I ain't looked that up. The reason the elites live so long, they drink blood infused with adrenochrome during the satanic rituals. You hit dead on the head, Charles Vinny. Hey man, start your YouTube channel, because that is facts. They do. That's why there's so much child trafficking going on. Y'all ain't never heard about how they kill these kids and get their adrenochrome from them. Y'all ain't never heard about that? Like, come on. What famous person is genuine with a Christian faith? I don't think there is any of them. I am the Lizard King, Tony Montana, facts. Shadow people are real. Man, there's some evil spirits out there. Wait, you do or do not believe in Jesus Christ? All right, let me answer this question. I do not believe that God put a baby in a 12-year-old girl's stomach, and that was his form so that kid can grow up and die for our sins. on the cross. I do not believe that story. I do believe there was a man who walked this earth who spoke that real to the kings and started waking up people, same stuff that I'm doing, and they murked them. I do believe in that. So I don't believe in the 12 disciples. If you break down the Bible and the story of Jesus is about the sun and the sun going through all these stars and is going through each month and zodiac sign. If you break up the 12 disciples, it's 12 zodiac signs. And if you look at it, Judas was a 13th disciple. That's another thing I forgot to mention about the number 13. Judas was the 13th disciple. So, but there was 12 of them, and each one of them was zodiac signs. And if you really break down the real zodiac sign, there's actually 13 zodiac signs. Not remember they came up with a new one. It was a 13th one. There's really 13 months in a year in one of them calendars. So I don't believe in that Jesus was like that story. I do not believe in that. But I do believe in the good spirit. You know what I'm saying? I do believe there's a very good spirit out there. If you put yourself in the right mindset, you can link it to that spirit. So I do believe in that. You know, there is some power within that name. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we gave it that power because everybody believe in it so heavily. But yeah, like I said, that's me explaining that. Little Teco didn't sell out, man. He woke. God don't eat or poop. God is alive. So how you believe in flat power? Look at Bill Clinton, LeBron handshake. They did it. Yeah, they all Freemasons. I'm telling you, they all down with it. Judas wasn't the 13th disciple. I looked that up, Mr. Hill, that about Judas, but the things I came up with, they said that he was a 13th disciple. So basically, he was in a nutshell. Watch Loose Change. I watched Loose Change documentary. That's why my mind messed up. Do you believe you have a soul? You believe you are a soul in a body? I believe I am a soul trapped inside of a human body. Yes. Do you think LeBron had parts with this? Yeah, LeBron's a dirty dude, y'all. LeBron ain't no nice guy. He's a dirty dude. He down with them boys too, man. I hope y'all don't think that LeBron is some. Nah. LeBron's a dirty dude. He's a dirty dude. The world ain't going to end in happy endings for all of us. No. That's a fact. But let me tell you something, the earth is still going to be here. Why they killed Tupac? It was his time to go. He was down with them boys too. Tupac was Illuminati as well. I still personally think Tupac's alive, but Tupac started talking too much, and he came out with a kill Illuminati. He started talking about taking down the man. And when you got that much power, and you start telling people, hey, let's take down the man, yeah, he wasn't playing. When you get into this game, you got a certain job to do. All right, a certain job. If you don't do that job, they take you out the game. Plain and simple. You think LeBron sacrificed Kobe to take over LA? Well, he technically already took it over, but do you believe LeBron is still alive? Yeah, I think LeBron is still alive. I do think they're going to win the finals. It's all about storyline. NFL, the NBA is all about the best storyline. Yeah, Tupac was an agent. His whole family was. Tupac broke the oath. I agree. Heart chemtrails and weather control. Y'all need to look that up. Everything is a script. Where you go when you die? I don't know. Nobody knows the answer, man. Nobody knows. That's why I don't know where they came up with the story Heaven and Hell from. I have no idea where they came up with that story. I don't know where they came up with any of these stories. If you've never been there, how can you tell somebody you go there if there's no proof? Like, nobody can die and just come back. I don't know where they got in the story. I don't personally know where you go when you die. I personally believe in reincarnation because I have so many deja vus. And when I sleep, I go to these worlds. Y'all, when I sleep, it's so hard for me to wake up because I'm in a whole nother land. Like, when I sleep, my spirit just travels everywhere. And it's like I'm in a whole nother zone. So I do believe that reincarnation because I done seen so much stuff happen on this planet over and over. So you believe in lizards. Yeah, I believe the reptiles. Do I think robots will take over Earth? I believe that humans are going to try to align with robots and become artificial intelligence. And they're going to take over the Earth. Yes, I do believe that. Do you believe you are old spirit, Dwayne? I think so. I think that I don't, for some reason, I don't prescribe to a lot of stuff. I always got to question everything. I always got to look at stuff like, why is that? Why? I just can't I always got to rebel. I just can't. If everybody doing one thing, I got to do the opposite. I have to, you know what I'm saying? Only time I do what everybody doing is if we all like women. I'm with liking women. That's the only time I don't do the opposite. But anything else, I do the opposite. Yeah, LeBron does this before each game. He do that. He do this right here. He do that. Oh, when LeBron won his second ring, I cannot find this video. I found this long when he first won the second ring. LeBron was he was being held up. He was doing this right here. Y'all know what that means, right? Go look that up. All right. So somebody said if you're not living for Christ, you're automatically under Satan's rule. Only there are only two kingdoms, light and darkness. Facts. But let's look at this ideas. Living for Christ means you're doing what? You're living right. You're not having fornication. You're not drinking. You're not smoking. You're not talking bad about anybody. You're not lying. If you're doing any of that, you're living for Satan. It's all about concepts. Think concepts. Do you think anything biblical will happen soon, like great or disastrous will happen? Not right now. Not in our lifetimes. I hate to say it. I hate even for my kids' lifetimes. That's why I need to stop making kids. Eating meat is Illuminati business. Facts. Hey, I want y'all to think about this. Let me pause the live chat for that. I gotta ask y'all this. All right, we're gonna talk about this. Y'all think that cooking food and eating chickens and baking cakes is all witchcraft? Because if y'all know about witchcraft, you gotta use like some form of flesh or something. All right, a blood or something. So think about baking a cake. You're using a egg fetus and mixing it with this other stuff. And you putting that in your body. You're killing an animal and then eating it. And then cooking it and adding all this other stuff to it. Ain't that? And then you get a cow and make milk. You pull its titties and make the milk. And then you drink it. It's almost like spirit cooking. You know, if you study witchcraft, on this world, they do a lot of stuff with human bodily fluids. A lot of it. So we taking stuff from animals and putting it in our system, and we cutting it up. What are we doing with all that blood? Are we doing blood sacrifices? That's why I was like, yo, is this witchcraft? You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at butter, and you making some pancakes with butter, eggs, flour, all that stuff. The butter comes from the cow's breast. The egg comes from the chicken. You know. Then we eating the animal. Like that's kind of weird. It's ain't that like witchcraft? I don't know. I'm asking y'all. Let me get back to the chat, man. Go vegan. All diseases are curable, reversible. Yes, sacrificing the baby is. Stop drinking milk. Man, I love me some chicken, man. Fried chicken, man. But you gotta think, this thing was alive right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a difference. But I'm gonna ask y'all this though. If it's the end of the world, you starving in 8 weeks. A chicken flock come out of nowhere. What you gonna do? It's the end of the world, you're in 8 weeks. Chicken come by, what you gonna do? What y'all gonna do? Come on, man. I'm eating that chicken. How you believe in evil but not God? I'm telling you, man. I believe in God and evil, but I believe them in concepts, okay? I believe in God as the higher power. There is something governing our lives, and there are evil spirits out there, and there are good spirits out there, but there is an all-powerful spirit, and the stuff trickles down. It's almost like radio frequencies, but there's a master radio out there. But I do believe in God, but I believe it in concepts, okay? I believe it okay, so you can do evil, you can do good. It's not something that's you making the decision to do that. So that's what I mean by that. I do believe in God. I do believe there's a higher power out there so you can pray to God all day for a job. If you don't put out no job application, you're not getting a job. So you can pray to God to change your life, but if you don't put the energy in to change your life is not going to change. So that's what I mean by believing God. You got to put the energy into it. He's going to make a way, but you got to start putting the steps into it. It's all about you at the end of the day. You are the key factor into this good and evil balance. So you got evil. You know the Libra sign, the scale, evil, God. You are the scale holding it up. So I do believe in that. All right, that's just me breaking that down. Faith without works is dead. Why would you eat a pig or a cow, but love on your pets? That's why I don't get, like I told you earlier in the live, like people cry over a cat or a dog, but y'all, over 500 million chickens are killed a day. Think about that number. Think about 500 million. Can you even count the 500 million? Count the 500. You can't. That's how many are killed a day. But as soon as a cat get killed, I'm telling you. Yeah, MK Ultra wasn't kid shows. Yeah, we've been lied to. Bro, for real, why do you honestly think they killed Kobe, my dog? The big pharmaceutical company. I think that's what it's about. The big pharmaceutical company, and to shake things up. And it was just his time, man. They don't. They is. I gotta figure out what God he was sacrificed. He was sacrificed to a God. I don't know what God it was. I don't know what ritual they celebrate on this day. Like Nipsey Hussle was sacrificed to the moon goddess. All right. March 31st, the same day that Selena died, the singer, the same day that Bruce Lee's son died. And that's the moon goddess. All right. But that's a different story. Cats and dogs are domesticated. Still, life is life, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because it's domesticated, I don't know, man. Distraction for Trump. Nipsey faked his death, man. I'm Nipsey out of here. Yeah, man, Juice WRLD, I feel bad for that kid, man. He was a young kid, man. He was just lost in the sauce, man. He was really lost in the sauce. He put himself in there. They all be crying out for help. Like, Little Pump cried for help. Little Xan, he cried for help. Little Peep cried out for help. They be crying out for help. Yeah, Selena was sacrificed. Jesus was X of what would happen to anyone that goes against the rulers of the world. Jesus was the internet in those days, and he had so many faults that the rulers of the world had to sacrifice Jesus. Yeah, they had to get rid of him. Oh, shouts out to my boy Compified. His number is 32. Shout out to the threes in the building. Would I eat a dog? And let me tell you something, man. If it's the end of the world, I find a dog, he gonna be my helper at first. At first, he gonna be my helper. If I find a dog, it's the end of the world. We talking end of the world, post-apocalyptic. No internet, no electricity, no nothing. The most, no money. Everything's about food and water. If I find a dog, he gonna be my homie for a couple weeks. If I get too hungry, I'm gonna cook his ass. Facts. Is Wiz Khalifa with them demonic boys? Yes. I want y'all. Hey man, Mitchell D. Go to my videos and go to watch my top 10 hip hop Illuminati sacrifices. I might do a separate video on Wiz, but I do explain that Wiz Khalifa's down with them boys as well. Little Uzi Vert's demonic. Facts. I'm not eating no dog, bro. Marijuana. I'm telling you, bro. End of the world. We talking end of the world. You ain't ate in weeks. Weeks. You got some salt and pepper for some reason, and that dog sitting over there. That dog gone, man. I'm sorry. Why are they all little something rap stars? Because it's all about a mindset, man. It's all about connecting to the kids. Let me tell you, I keep telling y'all, we are done. People my age, 29, 30, 25. If you are 25 years old, matter of fact, if you are 21, they do not care about you. Your brainwashing is done. They care about the kids from fresh out the womb to 18. If your name's Little, look at Young Jeezy. Young Jeezy was 31 when he came out. He was born in 1977. He came out in 2003. He was like 20. That's like 27. So 07, he was 30. Yeah, so he was like 27 years old. He was Young Jeezy. Was he older than that? I think Jeezy was born like 70. Jeezy old, man. But he was Young Jeezy. Look how many people Jeezy connected to. Look at Lil Wayne. Even Lil Wayne was little. But they got to put that young in front of their name to connect with the kids. So it's all about, man. It's all about getting rid of us, man. Speaking on the turnaround, what is going on with him? He might be on some MK Ultra. They want the kids because is your life worth more than the dog? You daggone right, my life worth more than the dog. But, man, I cook a dog quick. If it's the end of the world, only if it's the end of the world. Not right now, that just seems weird, but end of the world, man, I'm cooking him. Sparky's gone. My God being will govern and protect certain folks when the tribulations comes, and those who are not chosen will be eaten. Dogs are talking about on the phone Saturday night less than 12 hours before Kobe died. Man, like I tell you, man, LeBron is in the know, man. They probably was talking about, yeah, man, we're going to fake your death. Kobe, we're going to fake your death. Yeah, man, I'm going to fake my death. Where are you going to go to? I might go to a few islands, me and Gigi. We're going to raise her to be an Amazon and, on this island. They probably laughed about that. I'm sure. Why not? Why not now? Why is it weird? How the baby blow up so fast? Oh, yeah, the baby down with them boys, man. The baby music sound the same. His whole album was the same song on repeat. But the baby, man, he sacrificed his father, and he also did the diaper ritual. And Power of God did a Power of God channel. He did something on the baby. Go watch him. He did something on the baby. He got his own pops. He got his own pops up out of there. Yeah, I think it was a sacrifice. I don't think it was a fake death. Yeah, he sacrificed his dad. I just found out that Bruno Mars sacrificed their mama. I couldn't sacrifice nobody in my family. No friends and nothing. I ain't doing that Illuminati stuff. But yeah, I'm an hour in. I wanted to give y'all an hour of my time. I ain't went live. Hope I answered a lot of y'all questions. I'm gonna go 5 more minutes answering questions. So bring them on in. I'm about to check out, man. It's late. I gotta get me some sleep. Y'all see my eyes getting low. But you can sacrifice a dog though. You daggone right I can sacrifice a dog. I'm keeping it real, man. If I'm hungry, it's the end of the world purpose. Elon Musk trying to put chips in us. The entire government is trying to make you to a robot to control you. Digital money, digital you, more control. Jennifer is a savage. Her whole family got it. Yeah. Yeah, they feeding these demons out here, bro. Yeah, I think LeBron has something to do with it. Just look at Project Bluebeam and Project Jump when you can. Let me write that down. Hey, shouts out to Adam 818 Lakers. Just subscribe. That's what's up. Y'all had fun trying tonight answer y'all questions. Was it Zion Wilson next after LeBron's storyline? Well, I think of Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish is a devil worshiper, a complete Satanist. That's what I think about Billie Eilish. She had a song that said Lucifer is lonely with the wings and all that. She's a complete Satanist. She loves the storyline. She loves all that. She's a pure devil worshiper. Check out Channel Ed. Does it say a Project High Jump? WWE Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon down in the boys too, but he's from North Carolina. Shouts out to Vince McMahon. You got email. My Instagram p.a.1216. My email is patrock1982@gmail.com. Email me patrock patrock1982@gmail.com. What about wrestling? Is that evil? They had a dude like a fake Aleister Crowley on wrestling. They do a lot of satanic stuff on wrestling too as well. But yeah, wrestling got they down on them boys as well. Don't get it twisted. I watch Call for Uprising. I don't really like his channel. She barely 18. Don't be surprised. I'm pretty sure she getting passed around. When you think of that World War III finna happen, not right now. It's too much money involved. Way too much money involved. World War III ain't gonna happen until they ready to control everybody. Is LeBron Illuminati? Facts. He is. They want the money. That's why they'll Mitchell D. They will sacrifice their own friends and family for money. Plasma Moon, check that out. I know about the Plasma Moon. No, I don't think Kobe knew about he's gonna die today. What do you think about Soul Illuminati? Soul Illuminati, the man, bro. I don't watch too much of his channel, but he repeating himself too much. But I respect his grind. Yeah, Billie Eilish is wild. What do you think LeBron James will be sacrificed? LeBron gonna live out his life. He the favorite, man. LeBron ain't gonna get killed no time soon. If you think Kobe Bryant shook up stuff, wait till if LeBron was to go. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's only if LeBron was to go. He is trying to influence everyone through puppets. Yes, he uses. I'm telling y'all, man, these celebrities are nothing but idols and pawns. That's why celebrities get paid the big dollars. This is why they get paid so much money, because they let these evil spirits come into them. They do these crazy rituals, because these satanic rituals are actually linking into the other side, the spiritual side, and they allowing these evil spirits to come in and speak through them. So that's why these celebrities get paid the millions of dollars. That's why they're getting all the money, because these celebs are the ones who can help push society and do social engineering. So yeah, Resident Evil, one of my favorite games. If they were to approach you, would you take the deal? Heck no. Hey, I ain't selling myself no devil, man. You know what I mean to sell your soul to the devil? You gotta do all types of rituals. You gotta eat poop. You gotta drink pee. You gotta have sex in front of a whole bunch of individuals. Not telling the sex is gonna be with the same sex. Family members get murked off. You gotta be there. Yeah, I seen Shaq Freeze on TNT. Congrats on the channel. I appreciate that. Put a lot of work into it. But yeah, y'all, I'm about to close out, man. I love all y'all. Y'all be safe. We doing more tomorrow, man. Doing more. Sorry to come off like that, but y'all, I'm tired, bro. So I believe in Satan. I do not believe in Satan. I believe they all into a certain mindset, and that they use black magic and Satanism to link in with certain spirits. But put it like this, I just believe in good spirits and bad spirits. I don't believe no name on them. Just good and bad. Y'all be safe. The border women clean. I'm tapping out. Y'all be safe out there. Love all y'all. Thanks for the new subs. Y'all, thanks for supporting the channel. We here, man. I appreciate that, y'all. Thanks y'all for coming in. Shouts out to everybody showing love. And y'all talking about my mustache. It is lame. I was gonna shave it off today, but I'm like, you know what? We ain't gonna fold under pressure. Y'all be safe out there. Take care.